Thus far, we see three separate and distinct conditions portrayed by three different locations. These conditions beautifully portray the path of the Christian. This point is one of the most important lessons of the tabernacle for you and me. It shows us clearly the pathway that is before every Christian. Jesus speaks of this pathway and of these three conditions and of the only means of entering in with these words from John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. He goes further with these words in John 6:44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him. The Apostle Paul connects this thought with the tabernacle symbolism in these words. And no man taketh this honor unto himself, but he that is called of God, as was Aaron. Hebrews 5:4. We come to God through Jesus Christ by being drawn of the Father, by being called of God. We are called to be partakers of the heavenly calling, to be members of that same priestly profession with our Lord Jesus. Hebrews 2:11, Hebrews 3:1. We thereafter enter into the service of God pictured in the tabernacle. First of all, no one can enter into the court condition except by a faith in and recognition of the sacrifice of Jesus. This is the way. Our drawing to God begins with this recognition of Jesus' death on our behalf, but it does not end there. We must go further if we are to walk in the footsteps of Jesus. We must become sacrificing priests, members of that same profession, doing service in the holy condition, the condition of light and truth. But no one can enter into the holy condition except by a full surrender of their will to do the will of God, even as Jesus, their forerunner. Once again, the words of the Apostle Paul connect this to the tabernacle picture in Hebrews 10, verses 7 to 9. Lo, I come to do thy will, O God. This surrender of the will is shown in two ways in the tabernacle arrangement. First, it was shown by the consecration of the priesthood, Leviticus 8. The word consecration means setting apart for holy service. All the priests had to be consecrated, set apart, or fully devoted to the service of God. This is also true in the reality. All those who would enter into the service of God must follow in the footsteps of Jesus and fully devote themselves to that service. During the present time, this is only accomplished through a covenant by sacrifice. The Aaronic priesthood was a sacrificing priesthood. We must sacrifice the interests of this present life in order to enter the service of God. Secondly, this surrender of the will was shown in the sacrifice of the animals on the Day of Atonement, Leviticus 16. Paul tells us in Hebrews 13, 11 through 13, that one of these animals represents Jesus, and the other represents the church, his body. The presenting of these animals for sacrifice represents the giving up of the human will. Those who are faithful in their covenant by sacrifice, even unto death, will receive the crown of life. Revelation 2:10. For all such, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.